Do you like your female Japanese seiyuu, aka voice actresses, to be a bit reserved, well-mannered, and giving off an air of professionalism? Yeah? Well, this probably ain't the seiyuu for you, because I think I've just found an anti-seiyuu. Get ready for chaos. In this episode of Otaku Files, we talk about Tsumugi Risa. Most of us outside of Japan may not be aware of some of the more interesting personalities within the Japanese otaku landscape, so I thought I'd do a little video series and try to shed some light on these individuals. This is Otaku Files. Seiyuu. Like I've talked about in previous videos, the world of seiyuu, aka voice actors / actresses within Japan, tends to be a bit of a harsh one. Only a small number of seiyuu hopefuls will actually make a decent living out of it, and the ones that succeed tend to be favored for other reasons besides their voice. Which is why, in terms of branding and marketing, a lot of seiyuu seem to do things similar to, well, idols. And as such, certain behaviors that are digestible to the Japanese otaku palate are also often expected of them. And then there's Tsumugi Risa, who essentially sticks up the middle finger to all of that. This is going to be fun. Tsumugi Risa, or Tsumutsumu as she's affectionately known, is a seiyuu probably best known for being the voice of Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo is a character within the Bang Dream franchise that is a part of the band Reis a Sweden, or RAS for short. She's a DJ that also sings and raps. But what's interesting is, just like some of the other seiyuu I've covered and the dynamic they can share with the characters they voice, Tsumutsumu is like the real-life counterpart to Choo-Choo and actually performs live with the other members seiyuu as a part of a real-life RAS. Technically speaking though, the real-life RAS came before the anime version of the band. They were originally called the Third Kakkokari and served as a backing band for groups within the Bang Dream franchise such as Pastel Paletto and Afterglow. And yes, that would also mean that Tsumutsumu knows how to DJ and how to rap. I think you can tell she's enjoying herself. Tsumutsumu's energy, her spontaneity, and having no issues saying things that you generally wouldn't hear other seiyuu saying earned her the label of yabei-yatsu, which is a more slangy version of yabai-yatsu. A direct translation would be the dangerous one, but within this context we can translate that to a loose cannon, a mad lass, or an absolute menace. But not to worry, in Tsumutsumu's case, it's basically a term of endearment from her fans, and it helps people understand that they're dealing with someone that can be a bit unpredictable. Tsumutsumu was originally born in Yokohama, but was raised in Okinawa. She was apparently always a quote-unquote yabei-yatsu from the time she was small, but says that her behavior is considered normal in Okinawa, and it's just a result of living in a more laid-back and unconstrained environment. I haven't been to Okinawa myself, but from what I understand, it does seem to be the opposite of Tokyo in many ways. Now, Tsumutsumu didn't actually go to your average Japanese school at first. From kindergarten up to her 4th year of elementary, she was going to an international school. And thanks to that, Tsumutsumu can not only speak in the Okinawan dialect, she can speak English too.
Yeah, American style,
This would also prove beneficial to her career, something we'll get into in just a bit. One of the biggest things she talks about happening in her younger years was getting into the manga series Katei Kyoshi Hitman Reborn. Apparently the series was really popular within Tsumutsumu's school and was get into the rabbit hole herself after borrowing a copy of the manga from her friend. Tsumutsumu would start buying the manga herself and then get into the anime too. Up to that point, she didn't have many opportunities in general to read manga or watch anime, but thanks to Katei Kyoshi Hitman Reborn, Tsumutsumu says she tasted the triple combo that makes a lot of anime / manga satisfying. Nakama, so comrades, Yujo, aka friendship, and koi, which in this context we can translate simply as romance. Although she became an otaku, this wouldn't be why Tsumutsumu would start wanting to be a seiyuu. That would happen during middle school, and it would actually be thanks to Hirano Aya. Hirano Aya, as I'm sure many watching this would know, is a very famous famous seiyuu who is noted to be the voice of Suzumiya Haruhi in Suzumiya Haruhi no Yuutsu, aka The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, the anime series based on the Suzumiya Haruhi light novel series. During her second year of middle school, Tsumutsumu would happen to come across a YouTube video of Hirano Aya doing a live dubbing, and was shocked to see that there was actually someone there behind the character making such a cute voice. Wondering how on earth she was doing it, Tsumutsumu decided to try imitating an anime voice herself. When she performed it in front of her friends, they praised her, saying things like she really did sound like an anime character, which just further encouraged her to imitate characters from different anime, and would even go as far as writing down lines and then turn down the volume so that she could lip sync with the character. Tsumutsumu found acting like a seiyuu fun and decided she really wanted to be one. She's also said, by the way, that Yuki Aoi was a big inspiration for her. Wasting no time, she would start taking auditions to try and get into a talent agency from her second year of middle school. There was, however, one problem. Tsumutsumu's parents were completely against the idea. Although she'd apply anyway, the locations of where to take the auditions were in cities like Fukuoka and Tokyo, so she would ultimately need her parents' help. After pleading with them and showing how serious she was, they finally agreed to help her. However, things for Tsumutsumu didn't go that well at first. For example, she'd make it to the final round, only to end up getting rejected. She never gave up though, and even tried to up her game during high school by taking lessons at a vocational school. To keep a long story short, Tsumutsumu would finally manage to get into an agency during her third year of uni. And in fact, one of the things she attributes to passing the final selection process is showing off her English skills. Well, there you go. The first character that actually had a name that she would voice would be Yukimura Yuzuki in the anime series Aikatsu Friendzu in 2018. And it's within that same year that she would join RAS as a DJ. Now, some of you might be wondering if Tsumutsumu had any actual experience as a DJ before joining RAS. Well, no. No, she didn't. So she had to learn completely from scratch. From scratch. Get it? Anyway, like I mentioned, the anime version of RAS would appear after their real-life counterparts, and Tsumutsumu's character, Chuchu, would actually be created with her direct input in order to create parallels between them. So this is why Chuchu is bilingual and has an energetic personality. And after her initial struggles as a seiyuu, Chuchu would prove to be a massive turning point in Tsumutsumu's career, so it's a character she cherishes quite a lot. Chuchu is also not the only anime character that Tsumutsumu voices that DJs. She's also the seiyuu of Izumo Saki, the DJ of Photon Maiden, a group within the D4DJ franchise, and yes, just like Chuchu, performs live as Saki too. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Of course, Tsumutsumu has a lot more characters under her belt now besides Chuchu and Saki, so you can let me know your favorites in the comments section below, along with any other info on Tsumutsumu that you'd like to share. I'm just going to say this in case some people don't get it, but my videos do not cover everything about a person. That's just not possible in like 8 or 9 minutes, so just something to consider. So I don't mind if people want to add things, etc. Please feel free to do so. That's no issue whatsoever. You can also let me know who you'd like to see in a future video. Thank you as always. Really appreciate the support. See you again next time. Stay safe. Peace.